Okay, round 3, the finals. And we are good to go. Playing first. Ooh, it's a nice hand. We even get to go Slaughter Drone into Hasty Forerunner of Slaughter, which is kind of nice. Well, technically, I guess I can do that the other way around, can't I? Is there a reason to do it the other way around? If I draw a better Devoid 2-drop, is that even a possibility? Sky Scour, no. Sentinel, no. Okay. So, the only reason to... I really need to think about this, actually. This is... There's that word again. That I word again. Ooh, Prophet of Distortion. Okay. Let's go Forerunner. I guess the reason to not play Forerunner would be if he has removal. Doesn't seem super likely he would. But who knows? Guess I can complete disregard that. After all, I do have an Oblivion Strike in hand. It's kind of funny, actually. So I can... It's not bad. It's not bad. I can play the Forerunner. I can play the Hedron Crawler. Swing with both. Give Hedron Crawler haste and give this Death Touch if I need. Kind of like it. He can also trade his drone for my Forerunner. I'm not sure I care about that, though. I might want to save my removal, because I've got kind of better... This thing ramps him, too. Alright. Let's play the Crawler. Maybe he'll forget. Ooh, did forget. This is kind of cool. It all worked out. That's a trade I can get behind. Plus, I still have a removal spell. That worked out okay. I think it would have actually worked out probably worse if he'd killed the Forerunner. I don't know, though. I don't know that for a fact. Seed Guardian's good. Thank God for this complete disregard and Oblivion Strike in my hand. And he's starting to get aggressive. Well, I guess if you're not going to block, it makes sense. Could have also... Might have actually been better to just go Witness the End. Just start emptying his hand. I probably should have done that, to be honest. I had actually forgotten I have the Hedron Crawler. I think I'm going to do it next turn. It's kind of funny he's got all these die things and I have all these, like, exile creature effects. Alright, we're going to Witness his end now. We want to get some value out here. And then next turn I can possibly Myers Malice. To Drew Warcaller, okay. Huh. Let's see here. Got the land, but it enters tapped, so that's going to be useful later. Let's go Mirrorpool. This is actually, it's actually kind of cool. I can give it haste. The problem is I still can't attack. I'm going to save it, though. So it's kind of cool, though, that Translator can give itself haste with a Forerunner of Slaughter. It's something to ponder because it's good. So now I'm just one land from double Oblivion Strike, which is quite good. So he can draw 2 cards off of Prophet of Distortion. No, I guess he can only draw 1. Drawing at main phase makes Myers Mouse potentially have use here. So now we can Oblivion Strike twice, which we're definitely going to do. Right? We can, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can. Holding control. No. See, that's an example of me holding control and Oblivion Strike not staying on the stack. So that's happened to me before, and it's really frustrating when it does because it's not what I wanted there at all. I don't know what else to say. It's just not what I wanted. So it's frustrating, but I must accept that control didn't work because I don't know why it didn't. I can't give you an explanation to why it didn't work there. I really needed it to as well, which is why it's frustrating. Hmm. So I guess I can mirror pool. So I can mirror pool my translator and then I can still Myers Mouse. I guess that's the play. Forces him to block. Oh yeah, that one costs 5, doesn't it? So I'm one short. Bummer, bro. Wait, I didn't need to do that, did I? Can I Control Z the... So I can't even take back the life that I paid, is that right? I'm not even allowed to do that. I can't Control Z back the... Jeez, this game is not exactly working the way that I thought everything would work. I gotta be honest. I was really expecting the Control Z to work. I was expecting the Hold Control to work with the Oblivion Strike. I had some expectations that were not fulfilled. I guess that's the best way to put it. That's a good draw. Looks like I thankfully still got the victory, though. I'm trying to think what I did wrong with the Oblivion Strike. Because like I said, I was holding control, which is exactly what you're supposed to do to keep it on the stack. So I need to figure out, did I not hold control at the right time? Like, when is the point that I'm supposed to hold control? Right before I click it? Right before I cast it? Because I think I held it before I cast it. So maybe I have to hold it before I've even decided to cast Oblivion Strike. We'll try that, if it comes up again. So we're playing against blue-green, which is an unusual archetype. His deck looked good, though. I imagine he's got some big fat fatties in there. Thankfully, we've got some removal and hand disruption, though, which I imagine is pretty good against a deck like that. And it's not like we have much of a sideboard plan anyway, so let's just try her out again. You know, as much as I want to keep this hand, I don't think I'm going to. This hand is, like, more reasonable than you might think, but the fact that I don't get to scry is a bit of a turnoff. This hand is also still good, and I'm going to keep that on top. So, all right, still looking nice. Well, I've got the hemorrhage for that in case stuff goes down. Well, I'm not going to play Mirrorpool, but I can play it next turn. I think I'm just going to kill the Prophet of Distortion before he even gets to draw a card off it with the Scion. So let's just take it out. And then pass. Set up for a Witness the End, I guess. Next turn. No attacks, no plays. That's an I word. All right, let's play Witness the End on him. All right, so he's dumping a land and something else. And a Birthing Hulk. Well, I imagine he's got some more big fat fatties in there. All right, not super intimidated by that. Well, here's the thing. So I can play the Translator and I can give it haste. I'm kind of trying to see what that does for me. He could triple block and kill it. I'd be able to kill a Scion and a Summoner or just a Negator. I don't love that trade, though. I think... Well, let's just play Translator and pass. I'm going to set up for a double Storm Surge. Maybe that's the plan. With the Mirrorpool. So yeah, I could have given it haste attack. You could have triple blocked, but It's not a super favorable triple block for us. Okay, Seed Guardian's going to be a bit of an issue, but we do have removal for it at some point. Seed Guardian's going to net him a 2/2 when it dies. Well, when you draw perfect, you draw perfect, right? So I'm 1 mana short of copying the complete disregard, but I still think I'm just going to cast it on the Seed Guardian, I think. Because then I can smash with my translator, and I still have a Sentinel. Can also, ooh, now that one seems good. All right, let's play Sentinel. Let's give it haste. And let's disregard the Seed Guardian. And then we can smash for 5. This sets us up for a pretty decent little Swarm Surge. And if we rip the land, we have double Swarm Surge, which is definitely good. Okay. Let's see if he swings with the Summoner. I'm curious. Alright, just the Negator. So, 1 land away from double Swarm Surge, which I do think holding out for seems good. Yeah. I think we're going to wait. Although, I want to attack with the Hedron Crawler, too. We're going to wait. He's got 1 card left in hand. He has to triple block my translator to kill it, right? I can trade a translator for an Avenger, I think. I think I'm comfortable with that. He's not even comfortable with that. All right. So, double Swarm Surge next turn. And if I rip the land, it's really ideal, because then I can attack with my Hedron Crawler too. Alright, that's pretty nice. Alright, holding control now. Actually, alright. Now I'm holding control. I'm holding control. I haven't clicked Swarm Surge yet. Holding control right now. Click Swarm Surge. Oh, I still don't get to do the experiment. All right. Oh, that didn't work because of, oh man. Screwed it up anyway, didn't I? I needed the colorless mana from Translator before the, man, I just could not get this right, could I? Bummerino. What a bummerino. A complete and utter bummerino. Tried so hard, but in the end, didn't really matter. At least he has to block 2 of them, I guess. Problem, of course, being that I didn't do what I wanted to do, and I would have killed him. So, 2 games in a row. Mirrorpool not doing what I wanted to do. But that time, that was totally my fault, because I used the translator ahead of time. If I had just cast it, and then, but then would I have gotten the opportunity to use translator while it's being held on control on the stack? I don't know. But could it have cost me the game? Absolutely. You kidding me? Absolutely could it have caused me the game. Not even like a question. But apparently I'm lucky. All right, well, I ended up getting the victory anyway. I wish I'd used Mirrorpool right game 1 and 2. It would have been... Can you guys imagine how cool you would have thought I was if I used that Mirrorpool correctly? Once? For once? Instead, I just drew extremely well and managed to take a draft down with a 69 or 70% deck. So it still worked out for the best. The best being, of course, me winning, because that was cool. Other than the fact that I screwed Mirrorpool up a bunch, it still's a good card. Of course. So, didn't play black-white, won a draft. I can't really complain, other than the mistakes, of course. Hope you guys dug it. Next draft will be an 8-4. We'll see you then.